So it's the experience of life. Like, as we are experiencing life, like as I'm walking, I have a silence, the silence of observing life. That silence to observe life is so peaceful and rewarding. Sometimes I'm not even thinking, I'm just observing life as I'm walking. And it's almost like a meditation as I'm walking. You know what I mean? Because I'm just observing everything as I'm walking, and the visualizations and the sounds of the birds and the animals. So what I'm trying to say is, like, this tree, I've always known on this trail in Tomahawk here, this is DQ trail, this tree's been here forever, pretty much. And this squirrel buddy right over there. See the squirrel buddy?
Squirrel buddy.
Squirrel buddy's right there. Right behind that tree. There it goes. There it is. It's right there. Squirrel buddy, there it is. There it goes. It goes right up the tree. This is a podcast basically dedicated, to experiencing life in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, just to learn that, everything is kind of like associated with like energy wherever you go. And that, like, the experience of life, like that squirrel over there, just observing that makes your day. You know what I mean? Certain things just make your day. And what I'm trying to say is that this is a podcast video that is dedicated to knowing, like, the peace in your life, in the meditation of, like, when you go into a certain state of consciousness, that that it's a Zen type of state of consciousness, so that everything would be working out for the better, like in a sort of state that's correlating with your consciousness, that is on a higher level, that can correlate other things and perceptions of the actual happenings that actually take place. So the happenings that take place are the experiences, and them experiences, whichever way you perceived it in the moment, is a real happening of that experience of how you perceived it and everything. But the actual things that would take place, to say the squirrel zigzagged, and that's what the squirrel did. So that was the actual experience of what happened. You know what I mean? But if it did that, you know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is that this is a cool view right now. It looks like it's gonna rain, but right there is a cool view right there. The white pines in Tomahawk here. So as I'm observing nature, I'm making a podcast at the same time. So I just, take time to make time to go into nature, or just observe life, you know what I mean? And because that's part of life, is the observation of life. But it's like not so much yourself when you're associating with the day, is everything outside of yourself. And then that's how you go about life, is everything outside of yourself would make sense. And the correlation to having that connection with the nothingness that's there. And this nothingness is like something that is like we're not thinking, but it's actual, something is happening. It's not nothing. Something is happening. It's part of everything. So it's the part of everything of the happenings of all this. Let me show you that white pine right there. It's really cool. But the part of the happenings of like all this and that what's tied with it is a correlation of the correspondence of the oneness that's real and the correspondence with life and the consciousness. And yeah, and like when everything like blooms and stuff like this, it really captures my attention. And I could show you this little leaf here by the river. That looks cool right there. This little leaf by the river here. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. What I'm trying to say is that experience of life, you know what I mean? To experience it and have the silence of the observation state. And in a meditative type state, you can observe, look at stuff and look at things, but you don't have to say anything, but it's in an observation type state, which is in a type of like meditation. As you can go for a walk, it's like a meditation walk, you know what I mean? That's what I call it. Or, you know, it's like a Zen sort of thing to where you're listening to nature, you're at peace with yourself, you're having a good day, you're going for a walk, things are, you know, everything you see, you observe. And this is that tree that I took that picture that one year. So this is cool. This is by the DQ trail. And there's DQ right there. That's the tree that I took that picture a long time ago. This is where the foliage was in here a lot more. And there was a lot more trees before they cut all this down here. But this used to be like a little forest in here. It still is, but less of a forest. And this is all the blooms right here. It looks so cool when it first starts out like that. Well, it's already 7 minutes in, so you get the drift about the podcast video. It's about the experiencing of life. But Neo worships the divine goddess. I love you girls. I hope you're doing good. And I hope that like sometimes that if you do have problems, if you always commented on my videos, if you did have a problem, I could potentially help you out with it because I've been through a lot of experiences in my life. So I would know quite a bit of stuff, but I don't know everything. I'm still learning, like different things. People know different parts of knowledge, you know, and hold different like key aspects from their actual soul of what makes them them. But anyway, yeah, I'm just getting back to the point where it's almost 9 minutes now into the podcast. So I love you girls. Be good. All right. Bye.